Alright, so it's just doing a bit of an update. It's been a while since I've done an update. You can see that we've actually got the windows in. We've gone with, I did initially want to go with double glazing, but a bit hard to get in Australia. Most glaziers think that we don't need it in Australia, but I actually wanted it for the noise reduction. Ended up going with 6.3mm glass with a laminate middle layer. So it's actually a safety glass, but it does actually cut out a lot of the noise and also cuts out heat transfer through the glass. With the hardware, actually I searched online for a long time to try to find the right hardware, and this is pretty much what I wanted. There was a couple of places in America, and probably spent about a week to 2 weeks, right, actually longer than that, searching for where to get the hardware, and stumbled across Paddington Hardware in Paddington, and couldn't believe it. They had almost like a 20-metre wall of different types of brass fittings and hardware, and for old sash windows and old casement windows, and they're actually cheaper than what I was looking at in America, which I thought was a very reasonable price. So very happy with that. We've got this one over here, so we've still got to pick up a few things because they didn't have all the colours that we wanted in stock. So that's the casement stay. Bit of a copper edge to give it that worn antique look. Okay, so that's pretty much all that's been happening in this room. But what we've done with the other rooms is we've actually ripped out the ceilings and re-gyprocked all the ceilings, and you can see the white patches up there. I've just puttied over the screw holes. Still got a couple to do because it was getting quite late at night. And we've started stripping down this room. The line that you see there is pretty much where the paint was fairly easy to flake off. Well, actually I shouldn't say fairly easy to flake off, because it was still pretty hard work. But that's pretty much as high as we really need to go. There's just a few little areas around the windows, bit of a surface crack there, but we'll fix that up. And we've just taken that window out today, so get that ready for acid dipping. Okay, so if we keep going through, we've done the gyprock ceiling in here, and again we went with the 13mm gyprock just for both consistency and a bit of noise dampening as well, because this will be the media room, well, lounge room, media room. Started filling in the doorway. So what I actually want to do there is put some hidden shelves in here, and that will be where the media centre and the amp and everything will sit. So it's all completely hidden away. The only thing you can see is pretty much the speakers and the TV on the wall and behind, obviously. Into the master bedroom. So again, we've pretty much prepared this room. The yellow bits of paint, I don't know what they put underneath that, but we just can't get it off, and we figure if it's not coming off, it's not coming off. The rest of it was pretty flaky, so it came off. Didn't take too long actually to do this room. And then we've got again the gyprock ceiling. So a few areas I need to putty, but once again it was getting quite late, so I'm hoping to get that done today. And then out into the dining room, and it was quite funny out here what they had actually done. The people that had gyprocked it previously, the masonite ceiling was still up there, and what they'd actually done is just put the batten straight over the masonite and then just gone gyprock straight over the top of the masonite as well. So what we did was we actually took all that out. And if you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but up there's one light beam, so the battens that they put over the masonite, I ripped those out and actually put those in between the two existing beams, which you can just see there on the far top and the far bottom. And that was to give us the two old original beams were 1100 apart, and with the 13mm gyprock they recommend no more than a 650mm spacing, so I had to put something in there, so I actually managed to use what they had actually put up underneath. So long story short, we pretty much gained an extra 15 centimetres of ceiling space in the dining room. So for the bathroom, we've actually ripped out pretty much all the tiling except for the shower, because I still need to have a shower for work and stuff. So we've ripped all this out, and we've actually managed to design the bathroom layout. So that's all rather exciting. I've got the blue board for the door, so I'm going to fill that in. And yeah, so vanity gone. We're living I'm living pretty primitively at the moment. So like the toilet doesn't even flush, so that's what the green bucket's there for. So you fill that up and chuck it in the cistern. And what we'll probably end up doing is ripping up these floorboards and putting in compressed concrete as a floor. And yeah, so it should be quite exciting. So yeah, although I haven't done an update for a while, we've still been pretty busy getting everything done. So what we really decided to do was, after the first room, because with the paint sprayer, so with that little beastie there, we're actually spending more time doing the cleanup afterwards than we were actually painting the room. So we decided that we'd actually prepare all the rooms, and then we can just go hell for leather and just paint everything, and that way it's a one cleanup rather than, well, actually primer and 2 top coats and the ceiling. So you're looking at probably 5 cleanup cycles. But if you did that per room, you'd have 5 cleanup cycles per room. So that's the reason why it doesn't appear as though there's a lot of activity, or there's not much bang. So visually it's looking pretty dicey at the moment. Yeah, so that's the update. Oh, I should show you the skip bin, because that's all pretty exciting. So we got the skip bin delivered on Friday, and that's what I've done today. I've pretty much filled it, and that's like, it looks pretty loose on top, but that's completely solid all the way down to the bottom. So filled that bugger up, and yeah, as you can see, there's still a bit of mess out here, but I think once we actually get in the house, what I'm planning on doing is just getting the bobcat in and just ripping all that out, putting a gentle slope on it, and then I'll make it like a little mini orchard, and with a fish pond down here, because we've actually got quite a nice blue-tongued lizard. He's probably about 6.5, 7 inches long. So we'll make a little rock pool for him over in that corner, and yeah. Oh, I should show you that's the window from the outside. Now that's the outside of the house. I know most of you haven't seen it before, but that's not the colours that we're going to keep it. So we will try to paint it back to a more traditional colour. But again, we'll concentrate on that once we're actually in the house and we get a feel for it. So yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.